Jesse Gary. He is the mayor of San Jose. Jesse?
Mayor Liccardo, first, while we stand here, just take a look at that. And I want to know if you have any knowledge that that is, in fact, connected to this.
Yes, sir. I mean,
yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'll get to that in a second. First of all, Gassi and Mike were commenting about how emotional you were earlier this morning, and I spoke of how you're a man of both deep conviction and deep feeling. This hurts you to the core that this happened in your city.
Absolutely. Look, I know workers who are there watching it happen.
Hey, it's Chris.
I can't pretend to know what kind of trauma they're grappling with right now as they lost their friends, their colleagues at work. This is going to take a lot of work and a lot of healing for us to get through this as a community, but there's one thing I'm confident in, it's that we pull together in tough times. And we saw this routinely throughout the pandemic. We saw this after the flood, seeing thousands of volunteers that came out. I'm confident as a community we're going to pull through this. And we're going to do everything we can to support these families, to help them heal in any way we can, and then we're going to be resolved to do everything we possibly can to stop this from happening in the future.
I want to show you something else while we talk. There's 7 people who have lost their lives in this attack. Is there any indication at this point, were they targeted or were they just completely random?
I don't want to offer any theories. I think the investigators are doing the work now to try to better understand what's happening, and I want to make sure they can do their work before I get out there offering any theories of my own.
And they just want to hear you say 7 people died.
Well, I know that is information that's been released by Department of Homeland Security, but I think it's important to let the county lead. They have, obviously, it's the information coming from the coroner and the hospital and from the sheriff's office. That is the most recent information, so I'd like to defer to them.
Take a look at this, and can you tell me if that is
I can't confirm that.
You can't confirm that?
Yeah.
And just so for people who are asking, what am I doing? All right, so we talked also about the fire in San Jose, at the residential fire, and that is in fact connected to the suspect in this shooting, and there are rounds of ammunition found inside. I mean, it's horrible. The 7 people died, but this could have been even worse.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but obviously to see multiple victims in a situation like this, it's hard to think about what could have been worse, but there's no question that whatever happened, I'll just say I'm fortunate. I feel very fortunate the sheriff's office stepped in when they did, and appears to have contained this horrific scene from getting any worse.
You mentioned earlier this morning, you said in 48 hours you're going to come forward with a plan to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again in San Jose. Can you elaborate a little bit for me? I know it's earlier than 48 hours.
It's less a plan. It's more what we've been working on already and what's been in process. So obviously, this isn't the moment for us to be talking about policy proposals, but there are things that we have been working on with many partners that we expect will hopefully get council approval for in the next few weeks, and then subsequently as well.
Ordinances.
Yeah, we're going to do everything we can within our power, but the reality is we're going to need a lot of help from the state and federal governments as well.
That's my fault.
Okay, I see somebody tapping you on the back. Mayor, I appreciate your time, and I know this definitely affects you. Our condolences to the families.
Thank you.
San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo saying in the next couple of days he's going to come forward with policy initiatives, ordinances here in San Jose to try to prevent mass shootings from happening again. We talked about